Let's start off with what is the breaking news of the day. Normally, I would do a Benston reaction to this, but instead, we're doing a full-on show. Davante Adams traded to the New York Jets. Normally, the Monday after, this is probably the Tuesday after Monday Night Football. Normally, I would talk about the instant reaction to between the Bills beating the New York Jets. And I was ready to rip into Aaron Rodgers. I was ready to praise Josh Allen. But no. The Jets spin it on its head. Turns out this trade was done sometime last night, probably directly after the game, but maybe they knew it was going to happen right before it. Either way, doesn't matter. Here's what I'll say. I am a little surprised that the New York Jets went and got Davante Adams and paid a relatively steep price for him. A third-round pick is nothing to scoff at for a wide receiver. A third-round pick that could potentially turn to a second-round pick. But what I'm even more surprised by, that the Jets keep digging themselves a hole. A massive, massive hole. They get in. They give in to Aaron Rodgers. They give up more than they should have to trade for him. Then what do? Bring in his buddy OC, Nat Hackett, who's been a debacle. Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb, remember he was there for a spell. They bring in all of his buddies. They want to make Aaron feel welcome. Because Aaron is horrendous in uncomfortable situations. Do you know of people who are amazing at what they do, who are just continuously uncomfortable in uncomfortable situations? Or they don't thrive in those aspects of life? The Jets are walking on eggshells consistently for Aaron Rodgers. The only thing I can comp Aaron Rodgers to is a girlfriend that you bring home who doesn't get along with your family. You're walking on eggshells. You're running into the house before she walks in saying, all right, everyone, remember, we're going to be nice to each other. That's what Aaron Rodgers is. Everyone's walking on eggshells. They have to make him happy. Everything is someone else's fault. Robert Saleh takes the fall for him playing horrendously in London. Now Davante Adams needs to come over and save the day. Mike Williams takes the fall, not Aaron Rodgers, for not playing well enough. The Jets went and got Aaron Rodgers for this reason only. 2 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go, late in the game, the ball is in your hands, and you need a score. Last night, the Jets just needed a field goal. Then all you need is the coin toss to go your way, and then score. Aaron Rodgers didn't do that. He had a check down to Breece Hall, decided to go for the long bomb, and still blamed Mike Williams for a ball that was underthrown. Take away the Hail Mary from Aaron Rodgers. Would you get one of those every few years? Some quarterbacks never even get one. Take that away last night. Take away 50 yards. Take away a touchdown. And you have a lackluster offense once again. Do you think Davante Adams is truly fixing anything with the Jets? This is just a team that continues to dig themselves into a deeper hole. They give in Aaron Rodgers. They fire the coach. They bring in all of his buddies. They want to make everything comfortable. Everyone's walking on eggshells. They're 2-4. Their season is quickly spiraling down the drain. You know what they do? Double, triple, quadruple down on a 31-year-old wide receiver who is injured already this year. Davante Adams ain't fixing this offense. Davante Adams is just a nice new shiny toy that is going to get in the way of Garrett Wilson's targets, who was already upset with him, or was already upset a few weeks ago not getting the ball enough. Breece Hall, got to feed him too. And an offensive line that is once again having issues giving Aaron Rodgers time. Blitz Aaron Rodgers, he is not the same quarterback. Every time the Bills blitzed, they got a sack on him. Virtually every time. But sure, go get Aaron Rodgers. Go get Davante Adams. Do whatever you have to do to make Aaron Rodgers happy. It's not going to fix anything. This team is not winning the AFC. While the New York Jets are going out and making splashy moves for disgruntled wide receivers who left Aaron Rodgers once, and he'll do it again. Bring him in hopes that he'll fix the offense, in hopes that he'll give them a shot in the arm. The Jets aren't going to win 2 games the rest of the year. I'm sorry. The Jets aren't just going to win 2 games the rest of the year. They'll finish with 8, 9. Heck, maybe they get lucky, reel off 10 wins. Davante Adams wasn't making this team a Super Bowl contender. They were not a Super Bowl contender before him, and they won't be a Super Bowl contender after him. It doesn't work. It doesn't make any sense. And for some reason, the Jets continue to put their faith in Aaron Rodgers running the team. It honestly baffles me that after no results, they continue to take Aaron Rodgers' advice, get in the ear of the owner, and bring in players. You know what hasn't worked so far? Continuously bringing in guys that Aaron Rodgers wants. The defense has a problem with the run. The offensive line can't block anyone. And yet you're prioritizing draft compensation for a wide receiver in a position that you were already fine at. Now, all you did was make it harder to feed everyone. Garrett Wilson was upset just games ago about his target shares. Breece Hall barely started to get utilized correctly last night. You have a new offensive coordinator, or I guess I should say a new offensive play caller, because we don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. You think Davante Adams is fixing this team? I am absolutely shocked that the Jets, I guess I shouldn't be, but part of me is absolutely shocked that the Jets keep digging themselves a bigger hole. There are much bigger positions of need on this team, and it ain't at wide receiver. And I'm sorry, Jets fanboy, or I'm sorry, casual NFL fan. Davante Adams is not changing the destiny of this team. They are, at their best, a playoff team who doesn't win a singular game in the playoffs, and at their worst, a 6-win team, a 7-win team. This team has no leadership. They're all over the place, whether it's the front office, whether it's the locker room, whether it's the quarterback, whether it's whatever head coach they have at the time being, because they haven't fired the new guy yet. It's chaos, and it will continue to be chaos. Aaron Rodgers, I guess I should say, anyone that partners up with Aaron Rodgers, it's very similar to partnering up with Kyrie Irving post-LeBron James, pre-Dallas Mavericks. During that stint where Kyrie Irving was going to the Celtics and going to the Nets or whatever it was, whoever partnered up with him, I just didn't trust their judgment. Because emotionally, he's never available, and physically, he's sometimes available. Aaron Rodgers is starting to look exactly like Kyrie Irving was in the NBA pre-Dallas Mavericks, post-LeBron James. Emotionally, sometimes available, and or I guess I should say, mistaken. Physically, sometimes available, and emotionally, never available. That's where Kyrie Irving and Aaron Rodgers intersect. And anyone that continues to get into that business of Aaron Rodgers, who reminds me of post-Kyrie Irving LeBron James and pre-Kyrie Irving Dallas Mavericks, I just don't trust their judgment. I don't trust Davante Adams' judgment for wanting to get involved in this mess, from going from one mess to another, and I don't trust, clearly, the New York Jets for continuously doing the same thing over and over again. Davante Adams is not changing the future of this team. I'm sorry to break it to you. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. He's not changing the destiny of this team. Because what this team needed was not another perimeter threat. What they needed was more depth on the offensive line and someone to help stop the run. And some leadership at that. It ain't fixing anything. This was as clear as day that it was always going to happen. But the New York Jets will just continue to be the New York Jets. Simply dysfunctional.